Great lobby music today.
Yeah, it was much better than the jazz, right?
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Had to reboot some stuff, technical issues on my end. But welcome to the show. Today, guys, we're going to be breaking into crypto again, diving into several different topics from market manipulation to Bitcoin and Ethereum dropping like a rock today. I got my co-host Chris here with me. Chris.
It's Friday. We need to be more upbeat on a Friday, right?
Right.
Where did that week go? It's been like the amount of news that has come out this week. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. Like, really. I mean, what do you want to dive into first?
Well, let's kind of talk about I mean what everyone's thinking about right now with ETH and with Bitcoin and just dropping off here. I mean, let's see why this is happening and if there's any sort of break in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, what has been signaling these moves?
I think a lot of it is, of course, there's stock market issues, right? Like Oracle is delaying setting up OpenAI data centers. The market's slowing down in general. You have, high level suppression of the market. I mean, that's what a lot of the big traders on TradingView are saying as well, in their analysis of the charts. Let me pull that up here.
I mean, I get chart analysis, but I'm seeing from both ends. Like some are saying this is the end of the cycle, but then I'm seeing it on the other side where they're saying, "Do you not remember this kind of drop off in the last cycle? Almost immediately after came a big boom."
Yeah,
and then they're showing their evidence around that.
Well, and it's a little bit different now too, right? Previous cycle, that was like 20,000 coins in existence. Now there's 20 million, right? So there's a couple different factors at play, but kind of our case here on the show, and not financial advice at all, but is that there's going to be an extended cycle for the first time. We have these major macroeconomic factors happening. We have tariffs, which have sort of pushed things forwards and delayed, the traditional market cycle we have here. Nexus was on yesterday talking about how, in the previous cycles with the Bitcoin halving, how everything moved differently. And now it seems like things have been delayed. So, yeah, I mean, I was kind of looking at the charts earlier here, especially like with ETH, Bitcoin. You can really see that it's trying to move up in this channel, but also we have some suppression. So if you zoom out, this is going back to all the way July 24th. I mean, you can see a pretty solid trend line going through there, right?
Yeah.
We have a channel moving upwards. But then, you kind of go in on the 4-hour chart, you just see so much chop here. And it's weird because, that's why everyone's kind of upset. At this point in the market, when you get all these lower highs, right, it should be indicative that the market's coming back. Yet it's been so volatile this cycle, you're not seeing anything with altcoins, right? Bitcoin pumps, altcoins move a little bit, Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump further. And that's just reflected off the Bitcoin dominance, right? Because when altcoins move, that's usually when your Bitcoin dominance is, 45 to 50 range. So zooming out to like the 1 week, looking at the previous alt season, it's when we were down here, right? we're still descending out of here. And if you project, the rate of this descending, now obviously it could drop like a rock, like it did previous cycle. Things aren't too off kilter, right? But yeah, it's definitely with market manipulation, with tariffs, with all of these different economic factors. That's why altcoins are moving, because smart money, they don't want to put their money in altcoins right now. It's just the basic case. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, it's more volatile than ever at the moment. But at the same time, there's so much coming in at the moment that is good news for crypto.
Yeah.
I personally don't understand why we are not moving up. I can see why meme coins are taking a big drop at the moment. I can see why people are speculating whether there's going to be a future in meme coins. I understand that they over the years they've liquidated a lot of money from people from the rugs and the scams. So I can see why people now want to put their money into businesses coming into the space and launching coins. Trusting more in institutions and going more into stable coins and Bitcoin.
Well,
so I can see why.
Yeah, we're actually at a 2-year low for meme coins right now. So I saw the post by Crypto Quant earlier, and
is that the one we're the same place as we were in the 2022 bear market?
Yeah, so this guy just stole the post, but I'm gonna pull it up, basically reiterating the same thing. So meme coin dominance at lowest level since 2024.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully, you see the same thing with ETH, right? You have your lower highs, right? It's moving up, but it's it's consolidated in like this channel. All this, there's a lot of volume, but it's manipulated to stay here. And kind of like what you're saying, like what most people don't understand is now you have institutions in, is they can hedge. So they can be accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they can open up short-term options to suppress the price so that they can continue to accumulate heavily at these levels without moving the price up. It's not like the previous cycles of yesteryear where it was retail accumulating. They didn't have the sophistication really, or the market makers accumulating. They didn't really have the size to suppress like this. But I think that's what's going on.
Do you think it could signal the end of meme coins? Like I'm on about the lower level memes. So like we had Pepe came in and it just pumped, and there's been other silly coins that have come up and they've just pumped, and now we're seeing these coins coming in, and what would originally go up are just not doing anything. They're obviously getting some volume, but then they're just dropping off completely.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Right. I think I mean, as an altcoin holder myself, most of our audience here being in the altcoins, that's what we hope for. And I mean, you do see some signs of like market exhaustion with meme coins, right? I was looking at the meme coin market the other day. Besides just these charts indicating it's at a 2-year low, the biggest streamers are talking about how pump fund, the coins only go up to a certain amount now. Very difficult to get volume in. So
yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it. I won't say the names of the coins because they're current, and I don't really want to get people's attention on them. But I am seeing the coins at the top at the moment, especially on Dex Screener. Something that you would expect in, say, 2021 or even throughout the bear market when meme coins were still going. like the odd meme coin was still going. The coins that you would expect to have reached the 100 million kind of, upwards, they're just not. They're maxing out around 10 million, and then they're having a slow drop off, even with a cult following, a really good community. It's really memeable. You're seeing loads of the one I'm talking about in particular, I am seeing nothing but memes. Every single person that follows me or I follow, they're commenting on it. But it's just not breaking that 10 million wall.
Yeah. Well, and
so
it's
showing a massive change.
The Trump token launches kind of marked the end of an era.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, I hope it doesn't do the same for NFTs, right? Because they thought that the Trump NFT would come in and fix the NFT market. And I mean, the NFT of Trump, that got really good volume, and we all made good profit on it. It didn't do much overall for the NFT market. If anything, it took money out.
Yeah. Well, and I mean
everyone thought it was a scam. So,
well, like breaking it down on trading view here, right? I'm going to pull up some of these charts from these from these analysts. Some people are saying days or weeks until we break out. We keep testing this level here around 94.
Yeah.
Here's this trader. He talks a lot about manipulation. We have the charts here where, once again, you're getting this lower high, right? Really trying to break this level. It's just a lot of consolidation in the same area, creating pressure. And I mean, here we go, lower highs. We see an uptrend being established. But let's see, right? The market can always be surprising. Oftentimes it's very rational. But still hoping for things to turn around.
I'm still staying optimistic. I'm trying to. Every single day I'm coming back into X and thinking, here we go. But I'm still ending the day feeling optimistic, because although there's certain news that comes in and I think, it's all going to be doomed. And everyone on X has been, even ones that I've known to be bullish for years, they're just not in it at the moment. I just think it's a good test and it's the same as the start of the last little run we had. It is a test to, are you gonna come through it? Are you gonna stick it out?
Are you gonna keep building?
Believe in it? Are you gonna keep building? Are you gonna keep growing your community? And I do think it's a good test to a lot of people. You've either got it or you haven't. A lot of people haven't got the stomach for this. I think if you've not got the stomach for it, then you've not been in the game long enough.
Yeah. Well, I saw that post the other day, and this guy was talking about how most people can't handle it, right? And if they just treated it like a savings account where they're not looking at it constantly, they're not trading, they're just DCAing like $100 every week into Bitcoin, for example, it's much easier, right? But if you're trying to swing trade this market, like,
you're gonna get wrecked.
You're gonna get wrecked.
It's like I told you about my friend that longed Bitcoin. When was it? When it first hit 96k, and he did it like 40k times 75, and I was like, bro. And he went, no, it's going to go up. I'm going to get a lot of money. And I went, no, it's going to go down to it's going to go down in the 80s. So what are you doing? Lost the money.
I'm a little bit younger than you, Chris, but this market is sort of like our generation's in Vietnam.
I like the way he was really kind.
Serving in the trenches.
You said a little bit younger. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you even see the same thing with AI, right? So people asked 8 different popular models, you know, what the Bitcoin price will be on December 31st. I guess we'll see in 19 days.
Yeah.
DeepSeek thinks we'll be at 115.
I mean,
Block,
that would be nice, to be honest.
that would be very nice. Maybe if it went up that much, people would feel like altcoins are worth looking at again, right?
Exactly.
I'd hope so. Grok thinks it's going to be 112,000 or 112.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,700.
I like how it's being specific and it's not given a stupid range of like it's going to be between 80 and 120. Well, duh.
Right. Venice AI 95,000.
Okay.
I hope they're wrong. That one sucks.
I do hope they're wrong on that one, but again, at the moment, it's believable.
Gemini 103, which Google had. I mean, they have a huge data moat, so I'd say this one would probably be the most accurate out of them. Quen 126. I don't even know some of these other ones. They probably paid.
Yeah, there's loads on it. Yeah, most of.
But cover on.
I'm sure if you average them all out, it works out around 107,000.
Yeah,
which would still be nice.
Yeah, interesting. I want to ask Reactor. So this
Let's
is
see if you can see the same answers it gave me.
Hypothetically speaking, what will Bitcoin price be on December 31st, 2025?
Yeah, everyone asking these sorts of questions, hypothetically speaking, and it'll get. Wow, what's it saying?
Potentially reach 200. Okay, definitely not financial advice.
Did you put 2025?
Yeah, I did.
That's the result I got for 2026. And
I think this is the result of optimistic training, potentially.
TJ, you've been squaring with the computer again.
Yeah, we didn't want to be a doomer, so maybe it's I don't know. That's hilarious.
Yeah, we need it to be more like Grok and tell us to go F ourselves and stuff like that. I like Grok, he's funny.
Well,
he's more hard hitting than GPT.
Absolutely. Let's kind of dive into what we have up with Coinbase here on the 17th. So we have some crazy news coming up. Coinbase is just they're killing it. I mean, you saw
they're doing everything.
Brian Armstrong with Larry Fink the other day, CEO of BlackRock. But in 5 days, they're going to release something I think is gonna change the market entirely, and hopefully, when liquidity does come back, a lot of it will be focused on real utility, like what they're releasing. But basically, let me pull this.
Please be an airdrop. I beg. That'd be so nice. There's so much speculation around that airdrop.
Well,
so will it be their token?
Yeah, I don't know why X does this. You search up a topic and it'll say that the top topic is one that no one has liked or retweeted. Anyways,
yeah, I mean, yesterday's top topics was David Goldstein posting a topless selfie.
Yeah. Well, basically, they're going to be unveiling prediction markets and tokenized stocks. So they've been shipping in the background. And if you guys don't know what this means, so Polymarket, Kalshi, fastest growing companies in history. Coinbase is moving in to capture that market. But then also they're tokenizing stocks. And they've met with BlackRock. to do this, to make this happen. So we could see a future in which, you know, most of any industry is tokenized, which is big for crypto.
I mean, it's a massive move in. You know, Coinbase, they are making some big moves. I have seen a lot of speculation from people. You know, they've been saying it's not a good move to be mixing with Solana in such. You know, it's kind of permanent, right? And they're a bit worried about what it could bring. I mean, I'm all for it, to be honest with you. Any growth that we can have towards Coinbase, and any growth that then comes from that to base, I'm all for it. I'm not worried at all. I trust completely in Brian Armstrong. I trust completely in Jesse Pollock. I trust completely in their team. I think they do an amazing job for the space. I think that they're very uplifting towards builders, and they're uplifting towards their community. They're not just going to be like, here's some money, here's a good call. You know, they're actually just posting motivational things every single day, motivational posts, and just encouraging.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at other chains in the past that have really shot off. They didn't support builders like what Base does, and I think that's cool. Well, speaking of another centralized exchange, so this is actually funny because I know who made this deal happen. I met with him last year, but yeah. So Pakistan signs an MOU with Binance to explore tokenizing up to $2 billion sovereign bonds, T-bills, commodity reserves. So I, you know, when we were putting together the topics for this morning, I saw that and I was like, wait, I just saw a post from my boy Bilal, and sure enough, here he is with CZ, and Justin saw it. They're just hanging out.
TJ, do it.
Yeah, right. But it's cool stuff to see, right? Crypto can uplift, you know, any nation. Doesn't matter if you're the U.S. Doesn't matter if you're in Southeast Asia, Middle East. It's tech that empowers everybody.
Yeah. So did you meet him, like in person?
Well, you know, not in person, but yeah, definitely in meets and different discussions and stuff.
Nice.
But it's actually funny working in this space for like 5 years now. I didn't meet my team until about 2.5 years in, like physically.
I mean, it's difficult, right? Everyone's from everywhere. Like,
well, we met like every single day, like 2-3 times a day on Google Meets, right, or Discord.
Yeah.
I think other builders here watching could kind of testify to that if you have a remote team. But then in person, it was weird. Like, and especially as business is evolving, you know, we're starting to talk with these big partners. Of course, you meet in person. It's been a neat evolution. For sure.
I mean, I loved it in the past when I've gone and met some people from this space, and we've just got along like, you know, we've known each other our entire lives. Because I think you go through a lot with each other in this space. You know, there's so many ups and downs. So when you do finally meet in person, it is a special connection.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I went out to my friend's house and he brought everyone out that we knew. And, you know, we just played some games in the pool, ate some good food. We went to a cognac distillery.
Oh,
it was just a really, really amazing trip.
Maybe we should organize an ARK event, or just a show event in general, invite the ARK community and people who watch, and that'd be really cool, especially at some of these crypto events. People who watch the show, they can we can host an event with our viewers live.
Yeah, TJ can stay out from Bali and treat everyone.
Maybe not Bali.
That would be nice. No, that'd be a really good idea, actually.
Well, so kind of moving on to our next topic. So it's about Duquan, right? Or Doquan, Duquan.
I say both. It depends.
But
We'll say
yeah,
don't.
he's going to prison for 15 years. Finally, after years and years of running from the law, of fighting, yeah, he's been
Yeah,
sentenced.
I mean, 15 years. I mean, he already had to pay the money back, right? Well, he had to pay back 19 billion, I believe. So,
Wow.
wasn't everything. So that was pre-sentencing. So now he's had 15 years. But they have said if they return him to South Korea, that they will actually reduce the sentence and give him an early release, which is crazy.
Interesting. How early?
It doesn't say. I think the deal they wanted was like 12 years, but obviously there's no confirmed sources on that.
I wonder if he has any Bitcoin, because 12 years, that's 3 cycles from now, 15, 4 cycles.
You'd love it, right?
If he has Bitcoin, and I mean, it's going to be worth a lot more because he was not able to sell any of it for the
well think about
years.
Prison for Do Kwon is going to be completely different prison for the normal person. He's going to have a high security, comfortable prison. He's going to be getting fed good food. He's going to have
where's the sentence?
TV.
Is it in New
York? The sentence itself.
Transferring him to South Korea halfway through the sentence. Anyone who questioned Tara told Fudsters, conspiracy theorists. That's right. Where, I wonder where it is though.
Yeah, so the prosecutors actually recommended a 12-year term, so it's exceeded that by going to 15. But
that judge did not like him.
Yeah, I mean, he probably lost a lot of money, right?
Maybe the judge.
Can you imagine?
I don't know. I think you have to recuse yourself if you're Tara Halter and you're sentenced.
Can you imagine? You're sentencing the guy that lost you like a couple of mil. You're
maybe
like,
the judge is like, Gen Z family was like, you got to get this guy. I lost everything.
Well, they did lose everything. If you there was a woman that went to sleep with 83K and she woke up with $12.
Yeah, well, this crazy.
Like, people. Yeah, actually,
if you zoom out, I think the fear we have in this market right now is so irrational. Like the fear levels for the past few weeks have been worse than FTX, have been worse than the Terra Luna crash. And it's all because our cycle, like the typical cycle, has been delayed. Right? So, I'm forever an optimist. But I mean, hopefully things change here. So let me pull up this chart.
Yeah, I mean that crash literally killed people in the end. There's no way you're making it. I mean, some did, but some unfortunately didn't make it through waking up, not being a millionaire anymore.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy because those people are probably a lot happier when they're working normal jobs, right? But once you make that money and you lose it, it's like it's worse because you feel bad that you've lost it.
Well, the thing is, most of them did the sensible thing and they moved into stablecoin, and that's what you kind of teach everyone, isn't it? To make sure you're taking some, putting it into stables. I do wish that my beginning time that I put more into Bitcoin over the years.
Well, because 2020, my friend.
If you look back at how much you've lost in the space, not take away your wins, but just concentrate on everything you've lost. You're going to be so far better off. Just
the black hole. Don't do that, guys.
I remember
it's my first project went from 200K to 330 million in less than a year, and I was on the moon. I'm like, I'm gonna build this to $1 billion company, and it's gonna provide generational wealth. So didn't take any profits. Pay myself like a decent junior engineer, right? Nothing like, what people do in much smaller projects. They'll rake millions and millions and millions of dollars out. Just expanded the team and bootstrapped. And then boom, hacked. We got hacked by a literally CTO who used fake papers, fake everything. He put a backdoor in the contract. The company we got an audit from, the audit didn't even work, right? And yeah, the whole market crashed, built again, 140 million.
Wait. So you did an audit.
Yeah.
And they didn't pick up that back door.
No. And what the funny thing is, I think the audit firm is probably owned by the same people. Look at
man.
back on it. Yeah.
I mean, it's just depressing. It's amazing how you was able to pick yourself up and just start again. A lot of people that would just, I know someone that had a project and he lost hundreds of thousands from his project, and that was enough to break him. He went out completely. I know people that have been hacked for a couple of thousand, and that's ruined them. Then they're never coming back.
Yeah, you just got to keep building, right? From there, built ARK to 140 million. Didn't take the massive profits, right? Hardly take anything. And, we're still building to this day. And I think that's what it takes too. Like, you got to have a mindset of you're just going to keep building, and you're not building towards a certain market cap so you can enrich yourself. Like, you gotta, if you're a builder, you got to build so you provide real utility at the end of the day, right? If you're in this market and you're trading, you got to stick to your rules. Don't be swayed by the major highs and the major lows.
And find out what your trading style is and stick to it. Don't suddenly go, I'm going to go to a different trading style and just ape everything in because my friend told me to. It just doesn't work. But yeah, you build, you learn, you expand. That is so important in this space, just to do that and repeat it over and over.
Absolutely. Well, kind of moving on to another topic here. So, yeah, we have a bunch of topics to discuss today. Kind of going on to the, I don't even know if I want to talk about this one because it's so dark. Charlie Kirk. A lot of the people in the audience here, we probably watched Charlie Kirk. I watched him ever since I was a teenager. Terrible what happened.
Yeah.
But today we finally got I guess it was yesterday, but we got the courtroom appearance of the guy that did it. So seems like justice is moving fast. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. I want to lightly touch on it because it is so big, and it's something that hit everyone, whether you liked him or not. It hit everyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation out there that he is covering for someone else, and he got this this message on his Discord where he was told to cover for this murder, and I just think it's bananas because the guy he wrote on Discord that he did it. He turned himself in. Yeah, so then I go on. I think Mario posted about it yesterday, and I went on there and just commented. I said, I can't believe he's pleading not guilty, and so many people have his back because of speculation and conspiracies rather than look at evidence. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're actually coming for me because of my comment.
Well, and you look into, yeah, it's just a terrible situation in general. But like what his own wife is saying, like, I mean, it'd be one thing if she was speculating. It'd be one thing if she was
Yeah,
questioning everything. But she isn't. And I know personally, I've had friends who told me, they're like, "What if she's an actor?" Like that's just batshit crazy, man.
yeah.
Like,
What
come on, like your
since they
guy's
were
wife is making stuff up, man. Come on. Like,
since they were teenagers, what? That she's just been a bad actor.
yeah,
She's just
like,
acting. She's covering it up. She's the one that did it. No, come on. I mean, Candy Sowen's comments on it a lot. Obviously, she's got her podcast where she's putting out every single conspiracy. I guess people are listening to it. I think some things that she is saying are kind of true in a weird kind of way. But I think the evidence is there. The towel wrapped around the weapon had his DNA on it. He had the bruise and everything from the rifle kick. It's it kind of just signals him. So until I'm proved otherwise, I'm going to say that he did it. I was completely different. I don't know if you remember Carl Rittenhouse or Carl
mhm.
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse. Yeah.
Yeah, he has recently come back to Twitter and to social media.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I actually had his back throughout that entire court case. I watched every single
I bet you got a lot of heat for
session.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're gonna. And I was really happy, like when he got his not guilty sentence, or not sentence, but I was over the moon for him, and I thought now he can go away, he can think about it all, process everything, because at the end of the day, he still killed someone, right? That's going to mess anyone up mentally.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so he's going to go away. He's going to work on his mental. He's going to analyze his life and figure out what he wants to do. He knows he's going to have a lot of media attention and a lot of social attention. Got himself a wife, and now he's back.
yeah. Well, good for him. And I think, but there's
Yeah.
a clear difference between like self-defense, right?
Yep.
And actually being the perpetrator, right? Like, I think it's clear the guy did it. What really gets me is when people are going after Charlie's wife. Like, come on. Like,
They're going after her because
yeah.
she's composed, because she's putting on a front for the
They don't
camera, because she's
understand, like,
acting happy.
that she forgave the guy because she's Christian. They simply don't understand that.
No.
And yeah, but kind of moving past this topic, it just shows how everything's been really polarized.
Yep.
And all for the wrong reasons, right? Like, people are going after Charlie Kirk's wife after he was assassinated and making up all kinds of crazy stuff, saying she's
Making up videos.
videos.
They're changing the
And then you
videos.
see
It's crazy.
on the other side, like with Rittenhouse, like, guy clearly defending himself. Years later, people can't admit that watching the film, right? So it takes
I mean, they tried to say in court that he went out with the weapon and he went out to murder someone. He just wanted to murder anyone. He was a really bad person. There's not a bad bone in this guy's body. The entire court case, when you were watching it, he's an innocent young man at the time, innocent young man that got caught up in all this. He was remorseful. He didn't like that it happened, but it happened. But then the other side were making up so many lies, and the media were putting them all out there. But they all tripped up in the end, and it was good because he would have had his entire life in prison for that.
Well, they want to make him an example. Like, you defend Black-owned businesses, you defend businesses and people's livelihoods. We're going to make an example of you. But they lost, sort of like with Daniel Penny in New York, right? Guy was going crazy on the subway trying to stab people, and then he chokes him out. and they put him through the ringer, man. Penny, but
Really,
yeah, you know about that one?
I don't.
Penny's his name. Yeah,
Maybe it wasn't as
oh
as out
wow,
there
he's
with the
found not
media. I
guilty a
don't know.
couple days ago. I didn't see that.
Oh, really?
So here's what happened. So this guy was going crazy on the subway. He was going after this girl. So Penny, a former Marine, I mean, he puts him in a chokehold, like restrains him.
Good on him.
Guy ends up dying, right? Which
yeah,
you don't want that to happen. But if he's trying to like kill and hurt other people, then
yeah. I mean, it's one of
happen.
them. You don't want anyone to die.
Well, so they went after him.
But when
they looked at him, and
yeah,
he found not guilty. Crazy.
Good. Because at the end of the day, you don't want him to die. I get it. But if he's out there and he's putting harm onto others and he's going to end their life, wouldn't you rather some hero came in? At the end of the day, he's a hero, right? Came in, saved the day. Yeah, saved the day, and then he gets put up for trial. It's crazy. It's a crazy world. You can't defend yourself and you can't defend others without it coming back to bite you.
Yeah, well, and that's part of the kind of the changing everything that's changing in the world, right? Ideologically, things are changing. Politically, things are changing. The markets are changing. All like every industry wants to come on a blockchain. At the same time, the US is fixing a problem that we've had ever since we went off of gold. And we're instituting tariffs. We're fixing like a 50, 60-year problem. And of course, there's short-term pain, but I could look at the long-term outlook of everything coming into crypto. These revenues going to the most powerful country on earth that knows how to handle them instead of going to other countries. And how all these things culminate. And I see positive for the space.
Yeah, same. I see there's a lot more positive things to come. What else is Trump going to bring to the table? I mean, I don't know about you. The first thing that I noticed with Trump when he entered office, one of the first things that he wanted to sign off on was daylight savings, right? Is that going to happen? Is it happened? I don't know over there. Like, I want them to set that trend so that can happen in the UK and just stop messing up our sleep cycles with this outdated
daylight savings. And you brought that up. I don't know why my brain connected the dots, but once stocks are tokenized, I mean, markets are going to be 24/7 too. They're not going to open and close and open and close. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it would make it interesting because obviously there just will be no gap. There will be no, big news coming in and then you waking up to the big drop, or it'll just be. I think it will be a lot calmer with some spikes. I think that's how it will go down if it was 24/7.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Chris? Anything else to cover today?
I mean, we touched slightly on base, right, with the speculation around December 17th. I would like to hear everyone's comments on that and what you think is coming. Again, I do think it could be the base token, which I think is very interesting. Will there be an airdrop? Will it be a delayed airdrop where it's over the next year? I don't know how they'll handle it. Or is it the certain things are going to come to light? They're going to release something. I have no clue. I've seen so much. Is it something to do with Solana? Is Brian Armstrong's quite tight with Aulon, right, from Solana? Is it something to do with the pump fund airdrop? Are they going to do some sort of combination deal? I have no idea. So I really want to know other people's comments on that.
Yeah, guys, comment, and we'll expand on that in our episode tomorrow.
Yeah, because tomorrow we're actually having some guests on that are on base 24/7. So it's going to be interesting to hear. And everyone has a different concept and a different idea of what's going on. So it's going to actually be an interesting space to hear about base, the speculation around December 17th, and just why they are there and what's being built there. That is making moves, because there is so much on base. It's crazy. The past year, it's just absolutely boomed with engagement, with mini apps, with adoption. It's just they're doing everything right, and now they're putting Solana into the mix. It's just I think we're going to see something completely different.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited for next week, especially with some of our new guests coming on, having to do with base, right? For anyone who follows arc.ai, that's our company. It's the AI company that I co-founded, and we've been invited to the base app. So we're going to be talking with some people from the ecosystem, kind of walking through what that means together live. And we're excited to do it with them.
Yeah, and we're going to be one of the days speaking with a very good project that has a really good concept and talking RWAs. So
stay tuned, guys.
That's one that's going to be exciting.
All righty. Well, guys, this was the show today. TJ, I've been building in this space for 5 years now. Built some incredible technology, but the people here are even better. We're going to be streaming every single day at 12 Eastern, except Sunday. So stay tuned, turn on your post notifications, and we're going to have some great guests soon. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow.